Hi, my name's George Neo from Magpie House in Upwey, and I've been asked to say a few words on the topic of cancer and health in general. I'll just go through a few items. In relation to the cannabis oil, we know that cannabis is one of the most useful products or plants on the planet, yet we've been prevented from using the item. Not just for healing, for food. It's a great fibrous material and it makes great rope. And so farmers used to be encouraged to use the material, but then that was outlawed, which is interesting. Some of the other stuff, and if we're talking in relation to cancer, we showed many of the episodes of The Truth About Cancer last year. 9 episodes, very powerful information, almost an overload of information. Some of the other materials might actually be useful from that point of view. Say for nutrition. Nutrition is absolutely vital to our health, and we've all heard of the idea of allow medicine to be our food and food to be our medicine. Well, that's actually on the front there, this particular DVD which we showed at our cinema. Food matters, it certainly does. There's other related, let's say, videos, like A Diet for All Reasons, fantastic stuff, showing us how diets, if they're too acidic, then they clog up our blood system, and yet it can be released by different changing diets. Powerful information like Sweet Fire, understanding sugar's role in your health. That was very powerful little documentary and relates to diabetes and hypoglycemia, how to balance your blood sugar levels. We're not saying sugar is all bad, but in a processed form it becomes toxic. These particular books, Raw Can Cure Cancer and Running Out of Time. This lady here, she beat a very aggressive cancer by going down a very naturopathic path, and in her 60s and with her husband, they ran a marathon a day for 365 days, just to show the world that you can be in terrific health with a very natural diet. That's what these books are about. Very technical in some places, but a great story of beating something which we tend to consider a death sentence in this society. Because this particular book by Anita Moorjani, Dying to Be Me, is from cancer to near death. This lady experienced a near-death experience as the result of the cancer, and she was given information which would blow our minds. And when she came out of the near-death experience, she was completely healed of cancer, and the doctors are completely baffled how that can possibly occur. If we fear it and take it on as something that we cannot beat, then that's probably the case. So that's a fascinating story. We're doing some study material out of this. That's our Sundays, 10 a.m. Here's another book by a local lady, Yvonne Chamberlain, Why Me? Kicking Cancer and Other Life-Changing Stuff. If anybody's interested, I could direct them to the links. Basically, it's about changing attitudes. We have promoted a product called Kyani, which is a conglomeration of different nutrients which seems to help a lot of people and a lot of diverse conditions as well. Composed of 22 super nutrients from around the world. Basically, it makes life easy from the point of view of somebody's already done the work for us and put the nutrition together so that we can access it. What this seems to be equivalent to, or very similar to, is the Gerson therapy, the Gerson miracle. Dr. Max Gerson from the 1920s. The authorities treated him like a quack and didn't really want him to put out the information. There's another local guy, That Sugar Film. You get a lot of information from that. The final bit of information is this book that we've been alerting people to, Medical Medium. It's considered healing wisdom that is decades ahead of its time. And I would, after reading this, I totally acknowledge that. It seems to have information way beyond what medical science can put forward. Now, there is a report that I have downloaded on the use of chemotherapy. The report is a peer-reviewed paper which says that with chemotherapy, the survival rate after 5 years is only 2%, but the survival rate after 5 years of people not taking chemotherapy is around 60%. Now, that one statistic alone should be ringing alarm bells. The book, Medical Medium, yeah, this is information which is coming through from let's say, a higher source, and it's got remarkable information, and the medicines that are in here are not pharmaceutical medicines, they are nutrition. They're fruits, vegetables, there are mineral supplements, but basically that's the recipes in this book. I would highly recommend this, and we should be bringing more stock of this in sooner or later. A remarkable thing is when I bring these copies in, they sell immediately the same day. You can contact us on magpiehouse.com.au and consider some of the events. The Spiritual Cinema every Saturday night is one of the major forums, but we do have study forums as well. Namaste.